Okay, so we're going to teach you how to remove and repair a bladder for RRD. There are a few things that we need. A little powder, a patch, a bar or any bit of string you can find really, a weight or a little helper. So our issue today is that we have a hole by the right side of the wingtip. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out just one edge of it, not the whole bladder. So we're going to go through a few steps with you.
The first thing that we want to do is to disconnect the valves and the valves from the strap. So first what we're going to do is we're going to pull these valves in. So here we have one. Oh my finger, man. So here we have the two valves. Here we're going to disconnect it from here. And then just do the same that we did with the valves, but with this one all the way in. Here we go. Alright, so once we disconnected the valves, we want to look, in this case, for this zipper here. This is where we're going to take the leading edge, the bladder out. But before doing this, we have to go for the second step. And the second step is opening the tip, the end of the bladder, because we want to attach a string to the bladder, so when we pull it out, then we can pull it in easy.
So there's a Velcro here by the leading edge. What we're going to do is we're going to take it out so that the bladder can actually come out and we can attach a string to it.
Exactly. When you attach the string, make sure it's like very tight. Make sure it doesn't go off, because if it does, like, you screw the whole process. Like, there's no way to go back here. So Cara, you want to hold here? Yeah. Okay. So I'm using a bar, but you can also use like another kind of string. Right. And just for the sake of it,
a little improvisation.
It's fine. Okay. So the third step is actually looking for a buddy. You can compensate with a beer after the helping.
Or just use it also as a weight.
Exactly. So if you don't have a buddy, I'm sorry for that, that's a bit sad, but you can also use a weight. So you put it on the tip. So this way, when you pull through the zipper, when you pull the bladder, you have a little bit of tension, so it slides out easily. If not, you can use your friend. So in this case, Carolina's gonna be helping here. And so I'm opening the zipper here, looking for the bladder. Here it is. You want to pull like gentle all the way out. Carolina is helping there by pulling it in. So here is starting to form the valves.
The valves are going to come out as we pull, so you have to watch out for them.
Stuck. Alright, so what is happening here is that this thing got stuck a little bit around the Velcro. You just help it at the beginning. You pull it in like this. Make sure it goes through this Velcro step. Okay, and here we go. Now it should be easier. Alright, now much better.
We got it.
Alright. Here we go. So the fourth step here is disattaching this string, securing it on the kite, and then looking for the leak, okay? So first I'm gonna undo our super knot, and we are doing this so we can manipulate the bladder, in this case to find the holes. Now you have the string, the line coming out from here, right? You wanna secure it somewhere to make sure it doesn't slide in, because if this happens again, very difficult to pull it in again, okay? So I'm just gonna use this elastic here, for example, and just do like a simple knot, just to make sure, just to make sure it stays here while we repair this. And Caro, how are we gonna find the hole here?
Okay, well in this case we know exactly where the hole is, as I said earlier, is at the wingtip, but if for some reason you didn't know, we would take the whole bladder out, blow it up, put it underwater, see where it's leaking, and then put a little mark on it so we can patch it.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea to do it even though you know where the hole is, just to make sure there's not other holes, but today we're feeling a bit lazy, we're not doing it.
So the next step would be to actually find where the hole is. We've already found it. Just get like a quick alcohol rub for it to clean the area. Cut the patch to the size, not too big because it's actually better for it to fit quite good. And then you just stick it on.
Okay, so now is when we're using the talc. We're gonna put some talc inside the leading edge. So this way, when we slide the bladder in, it's gonna slide nice and soft, avoiding like twists like this, okay? So here, we're gonna start with the talc, a little bit. Okay, so we put it in a little bit, okay? And we go like this, shake it. So it goes all the way out, maybe a bit more. All right. So the idea is to pop out all the way.
Yeah, it's just to give it, to kind of like reduce the friction on it so it goes through better.
Yeah, so look, we can also do it here. It
could be a bit less messy if you wanted to.
It's our style. All right. So once we have this, remember you need to attach again the string to the end of the leading edge.
Really important.
Sorry, the bladder.
You do it.
Alright. Can you go here? Yeah. So that one here and the last one. Okay, now is when your helper is essential again. Okay. So she's gonna give tension as before. All right. And here is the most important thing. When we slide the bladder, we want to make sure it's flat, okay? So she's going to pull super gentle, and I'm going to be here making sure that it goes in flat, okay? So
and also that the valves are pointing in the correct direction.
Exactly, that's what I'm checking right now, okay? So while she pulls, when you go slower, I'm just making sure this is flat and nice. Gentle, yep. That's too fast. Don't do it too fast. Okay, if you don't do this right, when you pump the bladder, if there's a twist, you can pop it, okay? So this is actually the most, like the critical part.
So we got a little stuck here at the end because when the end is coming through, it could get stuck in any part of the leading edge. So we just kind of got to look in and make sure to do it very slowly. And there you go.
Okay, so now that we have the bladder inside the leading edge, we want to look for the valves to stick them out and connect them again, in this case with the strap. So here we have the first one. I'm just pulling it out like this. First one is out, we connect it again. Okay, so here we should use one of these things. Caro, how you call these things?
A rubber?
Cable
tie?
Yeah, so we will use one of these later to secure it. And now let's go with the inflate and deflate valves. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm just pressing a little bit to see where the valves are. I see one is here, the other one is there. Perfect. So we stick one out here, the inflate valve, and the other one. Okay, patience is the key, huh? It's good to have the prize next to keep the motivation up. Oh, it's not easy, huh? But here it is. Ta-chin! Woo! So you're gonna find the end of the bladder. You wanna fold it like this, all right? Like making a fan, kind of. Okay. And once you have it like this, you can fold it like this. Slide it in carefully. Okay. This step is important too, because if you don't do it properly here, when you pump it, it can create like a bubble somewhere and it can pop. Okay, so make sure inside is flat and it's not like wrapped on itself. Okay, once you have it, just fold it as it was before and slide this piece in. And here we go. So let's pump this up, see if we did it well, and done.
now you just want to make sure that there's no leaks. So sit back, relax,